Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, I'm going to discuss the latest travel requirements for all foreign nationals who wanted to travel in the Philippines but are considered unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, or whose vaccination cannot be validated and going to enter Cebu, Philippines as the first point of entry. But before we get started, please like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. First of all, I'd like to thank Christian Filipina for sponsoring this video. So if you wanted to meet beautiful Christians today or a Filipina, just sign up for a free account. Most of the members are Christians and they are promoting Christian-centered relationships. In addition, they have an excellent customer service and have an A+ rating in the Better Business Bureau. If you wanted to meet Christian men and women or Christ-minded individuals, or just looking for tips for online dating or finding love online, consider Christian Filipina. I'm going to send the links below in my description if you wanted to sign up for a free account today. Let's move on to the travel requirements for all foreign nationals. Here are the latest updates. If you are entering Cebu, Philippines as unvaccinated passenger, you must email Cebu MACTAN Airport to confirm that they are accepting unvaccinated passengers. Also, you must confirm with your airline, and it will also depend on the layover country. You must also book an accredited hotel for 6 days for quarantine purposes. Also, please take note that when you arrive, you will have to undergo health screening and swab test upon arrival before releasing to hotel for quarantine purposes. Here's an actual experience from an unvaccinated foreigner who entered Cebu. He is from the US, but he obtained a 9A visa and booked with Korean Airlines. He was also able to book a quarantine hotel based on the accredited list of hotels in MACTAN Cebu's website. He had a One Health Pass registration and a negative antigen test and got copies of the governor's executive order. Initially, he was given a boarding pass to Seoul but not to Cebu. But he was asked for a vaccination card and he said he didn't have one. However, eventually he was allowed to fly to Cebu and he has to undergo screening and swab test and released to the hotel. Here's an actual website of the Cebu MACTAN Airport. They actually have a guide for international passengers. There are actually general protocols for all passengers, and you must take note of each of these requirements. You must also know if you are a Filipino or a foreign national, or if you are a Filipino, you must be considered either an OFW or non-OFW. If you are a foreign national, there are specific requirements for foreign nationals, including former Filipino citizens. If you are unvaccinated, you must book with an accredited hotel for quarantine purposes. So you must book 6 days for quarantine. I'm going to send the links below in my description for this list of accredited hotels. So make sure that you are only booked with an accredited hotel, because sometimes these hotels are not anymore accredited or they have been removed from the list. It has been confirmed that Cebu, Philippines has been accepting foreign nationals who are unvaccinated. A lot of foreign nationals who are unvaccinated are entering Cebu. It has been the unofficial gateway for the unvaccinated. So let me provide this clarification. Unvaccinated foreigners are using Cebu MACTAN Airport to enter Philippines, but you must quarantine for 6 days. And as usual, you must travel at your own risk because rules can change. Unvaccinated foreigners and former Filipino citizens are allowed entry, but you must enter Cebu Airport and you must undergo testing and quarantine. For all others who will be entering other airports, you are not allowed entry. Many are asking, when will Philippines remove proof of vaccination for foreign nationals as an entry requirement? As of today, there is no official announcement from the Philippine government when proof of vaccination for foreign nationals will no longer be required. Now, who needs to be fully vaccinated to enter Philippines? Please take note that Filipinos and dual citizens can enter the Philippines unvaccinated. However, if Filipinos and dual citizens are unvaccinated, they will have to undergo 5 days facility-based quarantine and testing after arrival. Also, if you are vaccinated, if you are a Filipino or a dual citizen, you will no longer have to undergo facility-based quarantine but only have to self-monitor for 7 days if you are fully vaccinated. Now, who needs to be fully vaccinated to enter Philippines? All foreign nationals must be fully vaccinated, such as foreign tourists, former Filipino citizens, foreign spouse, and foreign child. There are exceptions for foreign minor child. Here are the rules for minor children. Booster shot is not required. Also, the foreign child must be a national of country included under Executive Order number 408 if you wanted to enter visa-free. For vaccinated minor 12 to 17 years, no pre-departure testing will be required. And for unvaccinated minor 12 to 17, negative test within 48 hours or antigen test. If unvaccinated, the parent must accompany child during quarantine. Also, if you are a foreign child, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months. Foreign nationals who are tourists or possess a 9A visa, if you are 18 and above and with booster shot, you must be fully vaccinated. You must carry an acceptable proof of vaccination, passport valid for 6 months, return or onward ticket not later than 30 days or depending on visa type, and you must register through the One Health Pass within 72 hours prior to departure. If you are a foreign tourist or possess a 9A visa and you are 18 years and above but without booster shot, you must be fully vaccinated. You must carry an acceptable proof of vaccination. Also, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months at the time of arrival. You must also have a return or onward ticket not later than 30 days or depending on the duration of visa, and you must have a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test. This is for those without booster shot. For all former Filipino citizens who are Balikbayans and you are traveling alone with booster shot 18 years and above, you must be fully vaccinated. You must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. Also, you must have a valid passport for at least 6 months. If you have a foreign passport, you must register to the One Health Pass within 72 hours. And no pre-departure testing is required because you already have a booster shot. For former Filipino citizens traveling alone without booster shot and you are 18 and above, you must be fully vaccinated. Also, you must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. In addition, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months and must register to the One Health Pass within 72 hours. You must also present a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test. If you are a Filipino citizen and you are 18 and above without booster shot, you must be fully vaccinated, must have proof of vaccination, must register to the One Health Pass, and must have negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test. If you are a foreign spouse traveling with Filipino or former Filipino without booster shot, you must be a country included under 408 for visa-free stay. You must be fully vaccinated. Also, you must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. In addition, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months at the time of arrival. And you must also have a One Health Pass registration. And you must have a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test because you don't have a booster shot. If you have a booster shot, you don't need negative test prior to arrival in the Philippines. For all Filipinos or dual citizens who are unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, or the vaccination cannot be validated, You must present a negative RT-PCR test or a negative antigen test. Also, you must quarantine for 5 days, and you will be tested on the 5th day of your arrival, and you must continue home quarantine until the 14th day of your arrival. For those who are fully vaccinated, you are no longer required to observe facility-based quarantine but must monitor symptoms for 7 days. Here are the latest COVID isolation rules in the Philippines for both vaccinated or fully vaccinated or partially vaccinated or unvaccinated. So there are 2 categories. First, quarantine if you are a close contact, 5 days for fully vaccinated and 14 days for partially vaccinated or unvaccinated. Please take note there will be strict observance of health protocols up to 14 days or monitoring up to 14 days. The rules are different if you are COVID positive and you must isolate. Here are the rules for fully vaccinated. First, you must undergo 7 days of isolation from onset of symptoms or positive test. If you are partially vaccinated or unvaccinated, it will be 10 days of isolation from onset of symptoms or positive test. If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, thank you guys for supporting my channel. And if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.